Dave Popkin, WBGO Studios. My guest is a blues guitar master, a singer, songwriter, entertainer, and much more. Her 2023 album, Power, topped the Billboard Blues charts, was nominated for Blues Album of the Year by the BMAs. She was also nominated for Artist of the Year, and she's been nominated for many awards over the course of her 25-year career. She has a single out now called Hurt So Good, and it precedes the album Dance to the Rhythm, which is coming out September 26th on streaming and vinyl and CD and such soon after. It's my pleasure to welcome Ana Popovic to WBGO. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Looks like life is good in LA. You got sun today, right?
Yes, yes. I just came back from the beach, and you got to take it in as you can because tour is starting soon, and then it's all over. There's
Yeah.
no work.
Your life is not your own at that point. It looked like you had a good time in Europe, right? You were there for a few weeks. What version of the band did you bring, and how did it go over there?
We are going, well, we were summer festivals were we played different summer festivals with it was a six-piece, and sometimes the background vocals joined us and sometimes percussionists joined us. So it was different formation. I got everything from four-piece to 11-piece and everything in between. And it's really fun to do. It's just inspirational no matter what. If you got a percussionist joining, it's going to be a different show. If you got three singers, it's going to be a different show. And I love it all. I love it all. I love to, I hate the arranging part and trying to figure out if I forgot anything, but I love the constant change, and those songs can take all of it. They can take as little and as much as I can, as I can bring on the road with me. So it's been really fun. I have a steady crew in Europe, and here too. And of our core is six-piece, and then we add to it.
You were calling the bigger band Fantastifunk, and it's very, hornsy and funky and that kind of thing. Is
Yeah.
that a music that you like, that you listen to a lot?
It's everything, it's not just, it's called Funk, but it's everything. It can go into the jazzy stuff, it can go into Steely Dan kind of stuff, it can go into blues, rock. So we needed a name for it. But yes, I love funk, and it's one of our styles that we play. We love to switch, and it's really to let people know it's going to be everything in the set, but it's going to be a good music, and really both power and dance to the rhythm were just inspired thinking about the live situation with the musicians we have and what songs would bring that to the best light, and that was and that definitely and that was definitely the big band, and that's like a tool for our songs to be played right, and very inspirational. Yeah, because we got the gospel situation, we got the gospel singers. They can be funk, they can be rock. They played with everybody here in LA, from Christina Aguilera to Mariah Carey, and everybody, and of course in Detroit too, in the gospel scene. So it's very versatile, and then obviously the horn section, three-piece horn section. We are taking two drummers on the road, sometimes drums and percussion. I always love two drummer situations. So it's a really, you can go all kinds of directions, and it's very inspirational.
I'm a big dog person. Who's your friend on the couch?
This is Enzo. Enzo is a papillon.
Hello, Enzo.
And he's like, when are you going to take me out?
After this interview, Enzo, give me about 15
Yeah,
more minutes if you can hold it, sir.
yeah, yeah. Yes.
All right, so you did switch styles a little bit on the single. Hurt So Good is kind of I don't know, there's like a little Latin feel through it, like acoustic guitar, a little jazzy, slinky kind of thing, a revenge song. Is this album that, or is this just part of that?
Have you heard the record?
Not the whole album.
Not the whole album. You got to hear it.
Yes.
No, this is just one song. Oh no, this is just one taste. No, we got some dance songs on it, just a few, but good ones, and with guitar, which is very new. I don't think many people do that. Show Enough is a fantastic song, and Dance to the Rhythm is, of course, super powerful dance, Bruno Mars kind of thing with guitar. So if you cannot dance to that, I don't know, if you can't move, or at least it doesn't excite you to at least make a move, I don't know. Then we got some real great blues, like Dwell on the Feeling is a phenomenal slow blues soul song. We got some, what I said, kind of a Steely Dan type Solution with the soul in it, Soul Solution. That's a great song. And what's interesting about that song is kind of like a vibe. I wanted to have a conversation between the percussion and guitar, kind of a like band war was doing back in the day. So it's just kind of, you take time and you know, you kind of get into this emotion and vibe and just vibe on a guitar solo till whenever. 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover, that's a cover of Paul Simon. It's one of my favorite songs, or I love all of his songs, and I think we did a great job. How do you alter that, you know, and still stay true to the song? It's a phenomenal song, great lyrics. We kind of added the B part in a gospel manner. So instead of that 70s hippie B part, you know, we kind of went gospel way, and I think it's phenomenal. I can't wait to play it live. So yeah, there's rock songs like we released a few weeks ago. We released Worked Up, which is a straight on rock tune. So yeah, there's everything. Hurt So Good. When, you know, through time, it was recorded as a full-on funk song, and then we changed it. I love recording demos and re-recording demos until it reaches its potential, and I think we went back to strip down kind of a cool, I think it's a pop track. I don't even know what else to say about it. You know, it's like club vibe. Yeah, the music video is recorded in a basement of drug lord from the 70s. So it's got this cool vibe of a speakeasy. Yeah, so there's everything on that record.
Sounds like it will cross over to various audiences, younger audiences,
It
and
already has so many playlists, and just on, you know, as well as blues playlists, but so many different playlists. And I would think first time for me. And it's been incredible, you know, how many people just added to the playlist just because it's kind of a universal. It can go any direction. You know, you got blues, acoustic blues guitar, you got the modern kind of a pop vibe. Yeah.
that's terrific. When I first heard you, it was like as, you know, guitar ace, right? You were going for it. Really, you know, some prolific playing. You were on that Experience Hendrix tour for about 5 years, leaning into that blues rock thing. Is that still a big part of you and your show?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's still a lot of guitar. There's still rock songs. There is, yeah, it's just we don't want to play the same songs over again. So we got to write the new ones. But yeah, the guitar is still a big part of it. I just love writing for horns. I love writing horn lines. I love doubling horn lines with the guitar. I love writing for background singers. I always have big choruses in my mind and I want to bring them to light, but there's always guitar.
Are you writing most of the lyrics on these songs as well? And if so, what are the themes that you're trying to get across on the new album?
It is, I wrote all of the songs except 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover. We co-wrote it together, my bassist and we produced the record together, and that was the same for Power. So we're kind of a team, songwriting team here. And what are the songs? Everything from revenge to love songs to friendship songs to songs about time and about life and about everything that you're thinking about. They're always on the positive. I think they're always on the positive. Hurt So Good. I didn't write that song. That song's been given to me, but it really it kind of hit the right spot with that song. It's a revenge song, and it's about a woman that actually really knows what she wants, or more like she knows what she doesn't want, and kind of a taking charge in her life. I thought that was fantastic. So yeah, that's one of actually just that and 50 Ways. But yeah, but all the rest we wrote, and it's just all kinds of different subjects. Yeah.
you've taken a lot of different angles toward love and the songs over the years.
Yes.
Even the blues songs and the non-blues songs kind of have that melancholy to them that could be blue, right? So I guess the question is it possible to have had your heart broken that many times, or did you use poetic license on some of these songs?
I write from my experience, but I also write from looking at other people's experience. And sometimes I write from just completely imaginary, uh, just whatever is going to get the job done. Yeah, it's really how you set up yourself in life. It is also, you can look at certain thing that happens from a few different angles. You can look at it as a bad thing that happened. You can look at it as maybe opens a new door. I'm always more of a cup is half full person myself, and I think that I've been through difficult things in my life, and I always try to look at it as from a positive side and move on. And every time you get that kind of a worm in your head and it says, oh my gosh, it's going to be like this and it's going to be difficult, and then you ask yourself, are you sure about that? That's my favorite line to ask myself whenever I doubt and I have a 4 a.m. anxiety attack. I'm like, are you sure that things going to be this difficult? So yeah, I write, but I am in a constant search for just the perfect song. Doesn't matter if it comes from your own experience or not, but a song needs to work.
You have a good one called Unconditional that's kind of like a torch song. It's got some like jazzy piano in there, and you have some others that are in that vein. I'm just curious, have you been inspired by a lot of those types of like singers and jazz artists?
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah. I mean, Nina Simone, and I don't know, just a lot of blues, jazz singers, and I don't know where this was on Unconditional. So I was in New Orleans, so I was obviously inspired by a lot of the New Orleans jazz and blues, and recorded it, I think, in Piety studios over there. But that's one I'm very proud of. Yeah, as far as blues goes, it's when you think about the blues, and I am really broad, and I absolutely play not just the blues, but I've been always in search of a great blues song. Like if you can come up with something that's going to leave a stamp in the blues world. You know what I mean? Just like when you
Yep.
think of Anna, you think of Unconditional, you might be right. That might be the song as far as like that is as good as those will get. And I'm proud of that one. And Dwell on the Feeling on the new record is a phenomenal blues, slow blues song. So I hope you're gonna take a listen. And it's got a little gospel side to it, and it's very soulful, but it's still a slow blues.
Yeah, I love that kind of music. Um, how much do you get back to Serbia, and what's the music scene like there these days?
Oh, I have no idea. I go there once a year. We
Okay.
play a show. I see my family. I see my friends. We usually play once a year. I have no time. But there's people that listen modern stuff. There's people obviously that listen very much what's going on in the pop and mainstream world. And there's of course a whole lot of people that love old Serbian. I don't know how to call it music, which I am not a fan of. So I stay away from those kind of things as far as I can. But yeah, it's just like everywhere. There's people that are into it. There's people that are into music I like. Yeah. I just don't spend time enough over there to know what's going on musically right now.
You did an album in 2015 with your dad, Milton, and I really enjoyed that record. What was that like playing with him on that?
Well, I had to drag him in the studio because he didn't really want to do none of that. He played music for hobby. I wanted to have a recording of us jamming because we've been jamming since I was 13. And it was just really a quality time. I didn't even know if I'm going to release it. It was more like quality time with him. I want my kids to hear their granddad, how his voice sounds, and we just picked the songs we used to love jamming on. So that's a fun record. It came out for Father's Day that year.
It's terrific. I encourage people to give it a listen on streaming and such. Um, what guitar player or guitar players lit the fuse for you? Because obviously, you took to it at a young age and really took off in this world. Who was inspiring to you?
Oh my goodness, there's so many people that inspired me, back in the day with blues, of course, with B.B. King and Albert Collins and Albert King and Stevie Ray Vaughan and George Benson and just really, really many people. List goes on and on. Albert King, I just think that it's important to have your own stamp on guitar playing and just I try not to copy anybody. Back in the day, I had to play along all of them to learn guitar, and I did it on my own. But then after a certain time, you just kind of go on with your own style, and I did hear many times from people that they can't really say, okay, she sounds like him or she sounds like and I think that's a biggest compliment to me, because there's a lot of people that have great careers but they sound just like somebody who is no longer here, and I'm thinking, what's the point? That's my opinion, and I worked very hard on it. So yeah, I'd like them to be able to hear a solo and say, okay, that's Ana Popovic.
Well, that's my little friend. Sorry, Clarence. Um, the last one that I have for you is about New York. You're coming here October 1st, playing Sony Hall, playing really all over the East Coast, Delaware and Connecticut, New York State, Newton Theater, October 4th. But New York is New York. Is that particularly special for you? And do you have any memories of playing in the city before that, that you enjoy?
Oh, of course. I love New York. I mean, man, it's everybody's dream, right? It's my dream. Um, One of the few places I went there on a Sunday and I wanted to just shop downtown, and it was just so crowded that I turned around, got my car out of the parking lot and left. That was the busiest shopping experience. And I am used to busy cities. I mean, I come from 3 million people city, and I've lived everywhere. But anyway, New York is so freaking awesome. And I always have a little wish that one day I can get me something small in Manhattan and just call it a day. That's it. But there's whatever you guys call it, the green line, the green bell, whatever that
Oh,
is,
the High Line?
the High Line. I love to walk
Yep.
that place. Every time I get a chance and I'm there, I want to walk it. It's just giving me good feel. I love Times Square at night. Wow, talking about energy, incredible energy. Every time I'm there, it's my favorite thing to do. Just as everything kind of quiets down, I take a stroll on Times Square at 11, 12, and I started every time I write a few lines, right? Every time I write a few lines, it's very inspirational. One day I'll come up with it with that song about Times Square at midnight. But I love the energy. I love the energy, and it's totally up my, you know, scale. And I think it's a certain thing that I do compare with LA, although they are so different. And I mean, I got a song about LA on this one called California Chase. California Chase, and that's going to be the next single coming out on September 26th. And of course, it talks about LA lifestyle and so many people homeless and going after their dream, ending up in a skid row. And in a way, New York's got it too. It's such a dream, and you need 3 freaking jobs to survive. But there is that energy that just doesn't let go, and it's so inspirational. And then, of course, you can choose a quiet city somewhere in the middle of nowhere. But hey, that's why so many people rush to New York and want to put up with a lot of difficulties just to live there. And I love these kind of places. They give me a lot of energy, and I'm right home. I feel right home although I'm not going to shop on a Sunday in New York anymore.
Well, we look forward to seeing you here October 1st, and as we mentioned, October 4th in Newton, not a far trek for many of our listeners here on WBGO. Anna, it was a real pleasure, and I look forward to talking to you again down the line.
Thank you so much. Enjoy talking to you. You take care.
That's the great blues artist Ana Popovic joining us here on BGO.